It's MiMa. It's story time again, and I've got a good book for you tonight. It's called Miller the Green Caterpillar. It's written by Darrell House. So Darrell House is the author of this book. He's the person who wrote the story. It's illustrated by Patty Argoff. So she is the person who drew these really cool pictures. Miller the Green Caterpillar. Miller the Green Caterpillar dreamed that one day he would fly. And he climbed every flower and sapling and tree as he tried to get close to the sky. Well, he talked to all manner of creatures, some crawlies and others that flew, as he tried to discover the secret that might allow him to fly too. The ants and the beetles were no help at all. Mosquitoes and flies laughed at him. They said he had to climb higher, then left Miller out on a limb. But Miller the Green Caterpillar had a vision right out of the blue. He knew if he believed and he tried hard enough, he could make the vision come true. He questioned his friends and his neighbors. He asked everybody around if anyone knew how a green caterpillar might get himself off the ground. His friend, Fred the Frog, said, "Try jumping." Greg the Grasshopper said, "Hop." Miller tried everything he could think of until he was too pooped to pop. That meant he was very tired. But then came a day in the autumn, as rain was beginning to fall, when the green caterpillar climbed under a leaf just to get away from it all. He tried to remember the things he had learned as he huddled away high and dry, but afraid that his dream might never come true, Miller began to cry. He wept all that night and next morning. The teardrops kept falling till noon. He was very sad. Then Miller the Green Caterpillar began to weave a cocoon. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know why it was time, but something was urging him onward. A clock only he could hear chime. All through the day, he kept spinning away till his shelter began to take form. He finished the end and sealed himself in, all safe and cuddly and warm. tucked away in his comfy cocoon, Miller began to change. And he had incredible, colorful dreams, both wonderful and strange. He had visions of wide-eyed open spaces, soft summer days without end. He was flying as fast as an eagle, rushing ahead of the wind. See him dreaming? The dream seemed to go on forever. The changes were subtle and slow, but at last came a day in the spring when it was time to get on with the show. The sun was shining that morning right on Miller's cocoon. A melody ran in and out of his head like an old familiar tune. It sang of joy in the morning and wonderful things to come, and Miller the green caterpillar suddenly started to hum. He stretched his legs and pushed so hard the cocoon was ripped apart. He crawled outside his broken shell, and the sunlight warmed his heart. He filled his chest with clean, fresh air, and suddenly, lo and behold, Miller witnessed a miracle as his wings began to unfold. Wow. He moved them slowly up and down until they felt just right. Then Miller, no longer a green caterpillar, lifted off in flight. He floated over flower beds and up among the trees. Miller, the beautiful butterfly, could go anywhere he pleased. Tears came again in his newborn eyes as he watched the world go by. He had believed and he tried hard enough, and at last he was learning to fly. Believing in dreams and wishing is not always easy, that's true. But it worked for the green caterpillar. It can certainly happen for you. The end. I hope you've had a great day. I hope you have a blessed night. God loves you, and so does MiMa. Mwah.